Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Chantel and I like to make videos about love, marriage, travel, and family. And most recently, I've been making videos documenting my transition from Virginia Beach, Virginia to Misawa, Japan. And before I jump into this video, I just want to thank you guys so much. I realized that I have over 100 views on my last few videos, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you to my subscribers, and thank you to those of you who might not have subscribed yet but are supporting me by watching my videos. So thank you guys very much, and I'm very grateful for you guys. If there's anything that you guys want to see in the future, please feel free to leave it down in my comments. If there's something that I touched on in any video or this current video that I'm making, let me know and I can maybe get into more detail about it. Or if you have a question, you can leave it down in the comments and I will directly text you. So let me know and I will find a way to get that question answered or record a video to help you guys out. But thank you again. So before we jump into this video, I have two disclaimers that I kind of want to go over. The first thing being, if you hear me say BX in this video, I'm actually referring to the exchange. So Misawa is an Air Force base, and the jargon for the Air Force is different than jargon for the Navy, and really that goes with all the branches. We just have different jargons. So if I say BX, I am talking about the exchange because when in Rome, right? So the next disclaimer that I have is that this video is only referring to people who are coming to Japan that are military affiliated. So if you are coming to Japan trying to get more information and you're just watching these videos but you're not coming by PCSing or contract through the military, anything like that, then this video does not apply to you, because a lot of the products and the things that are on base, like the American products here, you will not be able to find outside of base and in Japan. I'm sorry, this video does not apply to you if you do not have access to a military installation. All right, so moving right along. The first place that I'm going to talk about here on base is the BX. Inside of the BX, you can find a number of different things. There is a clothing department for men, women, children, and infants. They have a shoe section. They have athletic gear. They have kitchenware. They have electronics. The great thing about the BX is that they have a variety of products and a variety of things that they sell. The downside about that is that within those different varieties, they have limited products. One of the main things that I noticed when I was in the BX shopping when I first got here is that amount of hair products that they have that that cater to kinky, curly, Afrocentric hair. I was in shock. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I went to the BX, I was pleasantly surprised. Prior to coming to Japan, I stocked up on a lot of hair products because I just assumed that I wouldn't be able to find those hair products in Japan. And I'm the kind of person that if I find something that works, I want to stick with that. I'm very simple and to the point, especially when it comes to my daughter's hair. So one of the products that I use for her hair is As I Am. This is a product line that you can pretty much find in any Walmart, any Target in the States, and any like beauty supply store in the States. But I actually did find that here. They had the co-wash, they had the leave-in conditioner, they had like the custard, the curling custard thing that we use for her hair. So I was really surprised about that. They had edge control, which I do like to slick my edges sometimes. They had hair gel, they had other products. They had do-rags if that's something that you like to wear. They had a plethora of other brands and other lines for the kinky, curly, Afrocentric hair. So you'll be able to find something. However, if you have locks like I do, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. If you're someone who likes to retwist with locking gel, or if you interlock and you have like a specific interlocking tool that you use, you will not be able to find that here on base. So bring that with you. Bring any other specific things that you might use for your locks as well. So like a lock sock, if that's what you use to wrap your hair, or whatever whatever thing you use to wrap your hair up, because you won't be able to find that here. The next thing I want to mention about the BX is the clothing. So I'm going to break this up into two sections: the women's clothing or adult clothing and kids clothing. All right, so I'm going to start with the adults. First things first is that in Misawa, Japan, it snows a lot. Snow comes early and it usually stays longer than it would in the States, depending on where you live. And there's a lot of snow. Like the inches, like it gets crazy. It's like mountains of snow out here. So you want to be prepared for that. What I've noticed about the BX is that there is no winter stuff at all, right? So there's no snow boots, there's no like skiing gear. If you're coming here in the winter time, you should already be coming with that stuff, but you need to also have snow boots. So if you don't have snow boots because maybe where you live in the States, it doesn't snow as much, or even if you lived in California and it doesn't really get hot that much and you're thinking maybe you could buy stuff here, don't do that. Get it ahead of time. Buy it ahead of time in the States and bring that with you. Another thing that they don't have is like boots, period. Like, okay, that's not all the way true. They do have some Uggs, but that's all I've seen in there. They don't have like riding boots. They don't have like hill boots. They don't have any other kind of boots in the BX. So if you're someone who likes to change up their shoes for the fall, I love the fall because I just love how many different styles you can do in the fall. Like, it's one of my favorite seasons. But here it's hard to do that if you don't come prepared. They also don't have a lot of heel selections. So beware, definitely come prepared. If you're tall and curvy like I am, it's just gonna be hard for you to buy clothes, period, in Japan, and that's including base. I have not personally looked to buy clothes at the BX because I haven't needed to look, but I have heard of people who come to Japan maybe needing more jeans or maybe needing more shirts, and it's hard for them to find. So like I said, if you're a tall person, just go ahead and bring all those things with you, especially if you have an item that's hard for you to find in the States. Like for me, it's jeans. If I'm looking for jeans, it's extremely hard because I'm curvy and tall. So either it fits at the waist, but it's high waters, or it doesn't fit at all. It's a hot mess. So I only shop at a certain place or certain places to buy jeans because I know how hard that can be. So imagine having to come to a different country where like being tall and curvy is not the norm. Like, I definitely can't find my like things that I'm looking for here. Now there are outlet malls that you can go to. We just recently went to one, but to be honest, I was not looking for anything for myself because I came prepared with those things, knowing that I don't look like the average Japanese person. So, you know, it will be harder for me to find things because at the end of the day, those malls are in Japan. So they might have American sizes, but ultimately they're catering to the people in Japan. So that is my tip to those of you who are tall, curvy, or both. And then if you are petite and a little smaller, you can find things here. You probably buy stuff outside in the regular malls. You can probably find things on base as well. As far as base goes though, if you have a particular style, you might not want to shop on base because there's not a lot of variety within like the clothing section. So just be wary of that. As far as the kids go, you will not be able to find a lot of winter stuff here on base. Like, I haven't seen any coats for like the bigger kids or like the toddlers. I've seen coats for like infants. But there's not really a lot of winter stuff here for the kids either. However, you know, our kids are constantly growing. Like every season they need something new. You will not have any issues finding things in Japan for the kids because they're so small. So like I said, we went to the outlet mall the other day and I just bought Kylie stuff there. We've also been utilizing Amazon. Amazon has been a lifesaver for me. It's been a lifesaver for like my family. So there are other ways to get around, obviously, not being able to buy things at the BX or out in town. As far as the BX goes, like I said, you're not going to be able to find any of those things, but you'll be able to find some of the things outside depending on if you're shopping for yourself or your kid. All right, moving on. If you're somebody who likes to wear makeup, They do have a makeup selection here. I don't wear makeup that much, and when I do, it's like eyeliner, mascara, and lipstick. You know, sometimes hardly ever I wear foundation. So I'm gonna try my best to explain what they have here as far as makeup goes. So they do have like Revlon and some other, Maybelline I think, some other makeup brands. So basically the things you can find at Walmart, Target, probably Walgreens for makeup, you can find here on Base. And then they also do have some high-end makeup, I believe, but it's not that much of a variety as far as brands. So if you're someone who likes to wear makeup and you are committed to a specific brand because they be having your face on fleek, then go ahead and stock up on the products that you need and bring them over here with you. Definitely bring your own makeup if you're someone who uses specific brands and you're not just trying to get any old thing. And that's really all I have. If you have any specific questions about the BX, please leave them down in the comments below and I will get back to you on that. So moving right along, the next thing I want to talk about is the commissary. So as like the BX, I was pleasantly surprised when I walked into the commissary, because when I tell you I was buying every little condiment that I'm like, oh no, I use that, I was buying everything because I literally thought it was going to be a limited supply. So I thought like I was going to be fighting the person next to me to get to the last time on the shelf, and it's really not like that. They have a bunch of spices, because really that's what I was worried about. They have a bunch of spices inside the commissary. The rule of thumb to follow is, if you buy a product in the States that is kind of hard to find, you might have to shop around at different stores or go to a specific store to get it, then bring that product with you because most likely they won't have it here. So for me, that is this spaghetti pack that I like to put in my spaghetti when I make my spaghetti. And it's hard for me to find this pack in the States. And so, yeah, I can't find it here either. If you're someone who loves plantains like my husband, they don't have that here. They're actually very limited on the vegetables and fruits that they do have here. I haven't been here for that long, so some fruits are seasonal, like strawberries, right? So, you know, I don't know if strawberries is something that I will see come spring, summertime, but I haven't seen it on Base. However, I have seen strawberries off Base. So I'm not sure if the commissary will have specific seasonal fruits. So we'll see. The thing to mention about fruits and vegetables is that they're really expensive on Base. We like to go off Base for our fruits and vegetables. On Base, there's no like fresh seafood or anything like that. Everything is pretty much frozen. So if you want fresh seafood, there's plenty of places you can go to get fresh seafood, like salmon, tilapia. They have clams, they have oyster, they have everything here. Like in the markets, you can find a lot of cool stuff. They have like squids, things you wouldn't normally see in the States, you can find here. So although it's not on Base, you can definitely find those things out in town. Okay. Now, moving on from the commissary. The next place I want to mention on Base is the furniture store. The reason I'm mentioning the furniture store, which may seem pretty weird to some people, is because we still haven't gotten our furniture yet. Our stuff is still in transit on its way here, but it did get delayed. So certain things that we may need, or certain things that we don't have, like we really don't have it, that we might need here in this house, we can buy it. One of the things that I experienced was that we tried to buy something from Amazon. It's actually like a stand-up mirror, but also like a jewelry box. So it opens up into a jewelry box. We saw it on Amazon and we tried to buy it. Now, not all items on Amazon is deliverable. So we found the item, but it was undeliverable, so we couldn't get it. However, I was just looking inside of the furniture store and I was able to find a mirror exactly like the one I wanted from Amazon. And I thought that was so freaking cool, because a lot of the times we take, or at least I take, the furniture store for granted. Even in the States, I took it for granted because I'm like, heck, we got IKEA, we got the Walmart, we got Ashley Furniture, we got so many other places, right? But here in Japan, we don't. We do have IKEA. We do have IKEA though, and it's only 4 hours away from Misawa. But we don't have a lot of options here. So if you can't order from Amazon, if you maybe, don't have the time to take a trip to Sendai, check the furniture store because they have a lot of things. A lot of the times too, our furniture comes broken, or sometimes we are missing furniture, period. So if you need to replace something quick, fast, and in a hurry, the furniture store is the first place that I would look. They do have some great things in there. They had beds, couches, they had baby stuff in there, strollers, they had tables, wall decorations, rugs, which I did buy like an outdoor rug. You will need one. They have all of those things in there. So when you come here, definitely stop into the furniture store and take a look, because I'm sure you'll be able to find something in there that you can utilize. The next thing that I want to mention is the thrift shop. So there is a thrift shop here on base. If you like to volunteer, you can volunteer there. But the thrift shop has a bunch of stuff. They have books, they have toys, they have clothes for all ages, from infant to adult. They have house stuff, so like decorations. They do have seasonal things as well. And then if you are somebody who likes to donate clothes, donate bags, purses, shoes, that's a great place where you can donate those things. Speaking of shoes, I did find, because like I said earlier, I have big feet, and I did find a steal inside the thrift shop. I found a pair of shoes that was my size, and it was in great condition. So definitely check out the thrift shop because you're sure to find something in there. So I only have 2 more places left, guys. So bear with me. Next place I want to mention is the EClub. Now, I don't actually know if this place is called the EClub because there's different things in this place. In this one building, there's different things in here. So bear with me, okay? Just try to follow and stay along. I've been calling it the EClub, so that's what I'm going to refer to it to you guys as, but I'm not actually sure that that's the name. Sorry. Okay, so in this EClub, there is the ITT office. They have a bar in there with like a nighttime club. They have food in there, so you can like buy breakfast and stuff in there. The reason why I'm mentioning this place is because if you come to this part of Japan and you're coming from like a bigger city like New York, like if you're a city girl or a city guy, especially like if you're coming here single, then you might kind of feel, okay, if you hear banging, that's my husband putting together the IKEA furniture we bought over the weekend. But so sorry in advance. But anyway, if you are single and you're coming here, and like I said, if you come from the city, you will find that there aren't a lot of things to do like clubbing and stuff like that. Like things you can find in the city, you can't easily find them here in Misawa, right? This is a different country, different culture and stuff like that. However, on base at this EClub, they hold different parties. Like there was a Halloween costume party, there's gonna be a Christmas party, there's a whole bunch of like activities and events that they hold inside of the club. And I believe there's actually 2 clubs, like 2 actual clubs there. You will also find the ITT office in there. So at the ITT office, you can plan trips, usually tours to view Japan. You could view like neighboring cities. You could go to Tokyo. They have a whole little pamphlet stand where it tells you like how to use the trains and stuff like that. That will definitely be a big help for you to plan tours. Take advantage of your time here seeing Japan. It is a lovely place to see, trying new things. So I did want to mention that. That's all I have to say about the EClub. If I do find out the name prior to putting this video out, I will put it on the screen somewhere, but I highly doubt it. So sorry. I know I said 2 more things, but I'm actually going to add another place in here because I just thought about it. So there's a place on base called the Weasel's Den. The Weasel's Den is for outdoor recreational stuff. You can like rent kayaks, you can rent a boat. You can, like, if you come here and you maybe wasn't planning on going snowboarding or skiing and you're like, I really want to do it, but you can't find like clothing outside, you can rent the snowboarding gear and stuff and skiing gear at that at the Weasel's Den. They have tours. They have a cruise tour coming this month. They have a bunch of cool outdoorsy tours. But I will mention, and I went there to get more information about the tours and stuff. a lot of their tours are geared towards single people. So if you have a younger kids, they're not really, there's not really a lot of tours that are for you. That doesn't mean you can't make a trip by yourself to go and do those things with your family, because a lot of people do that. We're doing that, and sometimes it even comes out cheaper when you do that. So don't be discouraged if you see something on there that you really, really want to try, but at the end it says adult only. Yeah, because that's happened to us. Don't be discouraged. Just do your research and find a way to get there and get it done. There's public transportation here. There's no limitations. So if you see something that you want to do with your family, go ahead and plan for it and execute it. Now, the last thing I'm going to mention is the youth center. You know, I'm a parent. I came here with a 7-year-old, and of course, I want the transition for her to be as smooth as possible. So for us, that meant, you know, enrolling her into certain activities that she would do in the States, you know, after school programs and stuff like that. So the youth center is the place to be for those specific reasons. Kylie is right now taking up ballet, and she's gonna be doing cheerleading soon. They also have they have gymnastics, they have baseball, basketball, they have a whole bunch of instructional programs. You could enroll your child in piano. They have, there's an arts and crafts instructional program coming up soon. So that is the place for you if you want to get your kid into, back into like a routine and kind of like, you know, making the transition a little bit easier because they're doing something that they're familiar with doing. Maybe it's something that they've done in the States for a long time and they want to continue doing it. They can do it here. The youth center is not an after school program for all kids. There is an age range. So Kylie is 7 and she doesn't fit within that age range to go to the center. The center holds instructional programs, so that's what she's going to, which is the ballet, the cheerleading. Those are instructionals, which is different than the after school program. I hope that makes sense. I don't think I missed anything. I think I got pretty much all of the important things, but if there is something that you want to specifically see or know more about, leave it down in the comments. Before I go, I just want to remind you guys to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because when you guys do those things, you make it easier for other people to find my videos, and I'm sure there are a bunch of people just like you wanting to know about the PCSing process, about moving to Japan, about the base. So please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys again for supporting me by watching these videos. I love you guys. Bye. Hey guys, before I go, I just wanted to say that after this video, please check the description box because I'm going to be leaving some Facebook links in there. There's a bunch of pages on Facebook dedicated to Misawa. There's Misawa Yard Sale, Misawa Acts, Misawa Moms, Misawa Sitters, Misawa this, Misawa that. So there's a bunch. I'm gonna leave the ones that I can remember or the ones that I think are extremely important. And then I'm also going to leave a link for this base. That link will give you information about events happening on the base, activities. I think there's links for the Weasel's Den. That's one of the things I mentioned in the video. There's links for the ITT office and their tours and things that they have, which is also something that I mentioned in the video. And then there's so much more. There's so much more to this base that I didn't mention in this video. So check out those links. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video.